I became your prayer. You never whispered my name in the light, only in the desperate dark of night. When every other door had slammed, you reached for me like a wounded lamb. I was your last resort, your final plea, the one you only thought of when you couldn't be. Alone with the silence, the fear, the ache, I became your prayer, for goodness sake. I became your prayer when no one else would answer, the voice you called when you needed a cancer to be removed, a wound to heal, but you never loved me, only kneeled at the altar of your own despair. I became your prayer, but I was never there as a person, as a heart, as a beating chest. I became your prayer and I need to rest. I used to feel honored by your call, as if I stood 10 feet tall, that you would think of me when things got hard. But now I see the broken shard of a dynamic that was never right. You used my light to fight your night, then walked away and dawn would break. I became your prayer, your heartache. I became your prayer when no one else would answer, the voice you called when you needed a cancer to be removed, a wound to heal, but you never loved me, only kneeled at the altar of your own despair. I became your prayer, but I was never there as a person, as a heart, as a beating chest. I became your prayer and I need to rest. I'm not a god, I'm not a shrine, I'm not a temporary lifeline for you to use when you feel low, then leave when you have somewhere to go. I became your prayer, but prayers are for the desperate, and I've become something more than that. I'm a woman, not a ritual, and I'm done being your spiritual. I became your prayer, but now I'm taking back my divinity. You can kneel to someone anymore. I'm a person and I'm leaving. I became your prayer when no one else would answer, the voice you called when you needed a cancer to be removed, a wound to heal, but you never loved me, only kneeled at the altar of your own despair. I became your prayer, but I was never there as a person, as a heart, as a beating chest. I became your prayer and I need to rest. I became your prayer, but I'm not praying anymore, I'm living. And you'll have to find someone else to save you. I'm free. I'm not your prayer, I'm just me. I don't need your belief. You looked at me with doubtful eyes, questioning the tears, questioning the lies, questioning the show me where it hurts. You said prove it, show me where it hurts. As if my pain needed your expert verdicts, I laid my heart out on the line. I gave you every single sign, but you just shook your head and turned away. You didn't believe a word I'd say. I don't need your belief to know what's true. I don't need your validation to see me through. The night is long, but I have my own light. I don't need your belief to make things right. You can keep your doubt, keep your shade. I'm not the woman who needs to be made real by your acknowledgement. I don't need your belief, I know what I meant. I used to beg for you to see the version of reality that lived inside my aching chest, that lived inside my aching chest. I thought your belief would give me rest, but resting in your arms was just a dream. You never believed in anything, your own reflection, your own face. I'm done seeking your saving grace. I don't need your belief to know what's true. I don't need your validation to see me through. The night is long, but I have my own light. I don't need your belief to make things right. You can keep your doubt, keep your shade. I'm not the woman who needs to be made real by your acknowledgement. I don't need your belief, I know what I meant. I've stopped seeking your seal of approval. I've stopped hoping your removal of the festers in your chest. I'm not your project, I'm not your quest. I am my own authority, the only witness I need is me. You don't believe, that's fine, that's fair. I don't need your belief to repair. I don't need, I have my own is stronger than your doubt. Watch me rise without permission, watch me thrive without your witness. I don't need your belief to know what's true. I don't need your validation to see me through. The night is long, but I have my own light. I don't need your belief to make things right. You can keep your doubt, keep your shame. I'm not the woman who needs to be made real by your acknowledgement. I don't need your belief, I know what I meant. I don't need your belief, I need my own, and I have it in spades. Goodbye to your doubt. Hello to my truth, I believe me, that's enough, that's everything. I have enough faith in myself. You ask me how I sleep at night. Without your hand, without your light, you wondered if I'd fall apart. Without the beating of your heart, of trusting my own brand new start, I don't need your belief to stand. I have enough faith in my own hand. I have enough faith in myself to rise to meet the morning in my own eyes, to trust the path I cannot see, to know that I am enough for me. You can keep your doubt, keep your fear. I've been learning how to hear my own voice, faith in myself to face this place. I used to kneel at your altar of approval, begging for a sign, a removal of the doubt that lived inside my chest. But I put that doubt at rest. Now I stand on my own 2 feet. My own heartbeat is my heartbeat. You don't get to tell me who I am. I have enough faith in my own program. I have enough faith in myself to rise to meet the morning in my own eyes, to trust the path I cannot see, to know that I am enough for me. You can keep your doubt, keep your fear. I've been learning how to hear my own voice, faith in myself to face this place. I don't need a sign from the universe. I don't need a blessing or a curse. I have enough faith in the way I walk, in the way I think, in the way I talk. I've built a cathedral from my own scars. I've traveled to my own stars. You can keep your doubt, keep your shade. I have no faith in the choice I've made. I have enough faith in myself, not because I'm perfect, because I'm here, because I've survived every test you threw at me, and I'm still standing, not on your belief. That's enough, that's everything. I have enough faith in myself to rise to meet the morning in my own eyes, to trust the path I cannot see, to know that I am enough for me. You can keep your doubt, keep your fear. I've been learning how to hear my own voice, faith in myself to face this place. I have enough faith in myself, I always have, I just forgot. Now I remember, and I'll never forget again. I believe in me, that's enough, that's more than enough, that's everything. I used to fold my hands and close my eyes, send wishes up to empty skies. I'd beg for you to change your mind, to leave the other girl behind. I'd bargain with the stars above for just a single drop of your love. But somewhere in the waiting I forgot, but somewhere in the waiting I forgot that I was the one I needed not. I stopped praying for you to come back. I stopped asking the universe to fill the lack. I put my hands down, opened my eyes, and saw that I am a miracle. I don't need a sign, I just need to trust this heart of mine. I stopped praying and I started living. I stopped begging and I started giving. The for you to take your place. The candles burned down to the wick. Every prayer became a trick. I played on my own desperate heart, believing we could have a brand new start. But starts require two, not one, and I was the only one who hadn't run. So I blew out the flame. I closed the book. I stopped praying and I took a look. I stopped praying for you to come back. I stopped asking the universe to fill the lack. I put my hands down, opened my eyes, and saw that I am a miracle. I don't need a sign, I just need to trust this heart of mine. I stopped praying and I started living. I stopped begging and I started giving the love I owed myself, the grace. I stopped praying for you to take your place. I'm not angry at the silence, I'm not bitter at the sky. I'm just done with the violence of hoping for a different lie. I stopped praying for your return. I started learning how to burn with my own fire, my own light. I stopped praying not because I lost faith, because I found it in myself, and that's the only place it ever needed to be. I stopped praying for you to come back. I stopped asking the universe to fill the lack, and saw that I am a miracle. I don't need a sign, I just need to trust this heart of mine. I stopped begging and I started giving the love I owed myself, the grace. I stopped praying and I started living, and living is so much the prayer's hello to the life that was always mine. I used to pray like you. I see you kneeling in the dark, begging heaven for a spark. You whisper in the same words I once said, hoping love won't leave you dead. But I know that hollow, desperate sound. I've been the one on that same ground, with folded hands and tear-stained face, begging for a different grace. I used to pray like you with all my might, for someone who never held me right. I used to bargain with the stars above for a heart that never learned to love. But prayers like that don't work, I know. They only make the suffering slow. I used to pray like you, but now I'm free, and someday you'll stop praying just like me. You think if you just believe enough that the universe will change its stuff, that he'll come back and hold you tight and turn your darkness into light. But I've walked that road, I've worn those shoes, I've prayed until I had no muse, and in the silence I found something new, the only prayer that ever came true. I used to pray like you with all my might, for someone who never held me right. I used to bargain with the stars above for a heart that never learned to love. But prayers like that don't work, I know. They only make the suffering slow. I used to pray like you, but now I'm free, and someday you'll stop praying just like me. I'm not here to tell you what to do, I'm just here to say I once prayed like you. I begged no for someone to change behind, but the only change that ever came was in my heart, not in to stay, and started praying for my own way. I used to pray like you, one day you'll stop praying for someone who isn't praying for you. You'll pray for yourself, and that prayer will be answered, I promise. I used to pray like you with all my might, for someone who never held me right. I used to bargain with the stars above for a heart that never learned to love. But prayers like that don't work, I know. They only make the suffering slow. I used to pray like you, but now I'm free, and someday you'll stop praying just like me. I used to pray like you, now I live like me, and someday you'll live like you, without the waiting, and it'll be beautiful, I promise. You spent so long looking in my eyes for the reflection of your own disguise. You wanted me to tell you who you word to be the keeper of your uncertain blur. But I can't be your mirror, can't certain blur. But I can't be your mirror, can't be your guide. I can't carry the weight of your fractured pride. The only one who can save you now, the only one who can save you now, is the one you've been avoiding somehow. You need belief in yourself, not in me. You need to trust the man you used to be, before you gave your power away and made me the son of your uncertain day. You need to look inside your chest and find the heart that deserves to rest in its own assurance, its own grace. You need belief in self, in your own face. I've stopped trying to convince you of your worth. I've stopped trying to give you a second birth. You have to find the seed inside the dark and learn to nurture your own spark. I can't hold your hand through every doubt. You have to learn to figure yourself out, the way I've learned to figure me, without your hand, without your plea. You need belief in yourself, not in me. You need to trust the man you used to be, before you gave your power away and made me the son of your uncertain day. You need to look inside your chest and find the heart that deserves to rest in its own assurance, its own grace. You need belief in self, in your own face. I'm not leaving you in the dark alone. I'm just stepping back from the throne you placed me on, expecting me to be the light you couldn't be. But I have my own fire to feed, and you have yours to water it yourself, my dear. Your belief in you's the only thing to hear. You need belief in yourself, not because I'm leaving, cause you're staying. You need to stay whole, not leaning on your own. I'll be here beside you, not beneath you, not above you, beside you, believing in you. But the first believer has to be you. You need belief in yourself, not in me. You need to trust the man you used to be, before you gave your power away and made me the son of your uncertain day. You need to look inside your chest and find the heart that deserves to rest in its own assurance, its own grace. You need belief in self, in your own face. You need belief in yourself. I believe in you. But that's not enough, you have to believe in I'll wait, but the work is yours. The belief is yours, the life yours, go find it. I heard you've been on your knees at night, whispering my name in the fading light. You're asking heaven to intervene, to give you back the love you never kept clean. But prayers don't work when the one you're praying for has closed the door and thrown away the key. You should have prayed when I was still in reach, instead of practicing your terrible speech. You prayed for me to come back, but I'm already gone. The bridge is burned, the race is run. You should have held me when you had the chance, instead of treating love like a passing glance. You pray for me to come back, but I won't hear. The silence between us is loud and clear. You had your moment, you had your time. Now I'm not yours, I'm not your rhyme. I used to pray for you the same way, begging the stars to make you stay. I'd bargain with the universe at night to give me back a love that wasn't right. But somewhere in the waiting I grew strong. I learned that I don't need to sing your song. And now the tables turn, and here you are, kneeling beneath the same broken star. You prayed for me to come back, but I'm already gone. The bridge is burned, the race is run. You should have held me when you had the chance, instead of treating love like a passing glance. You pray for me to come back, but I won't hear. The silence between us is loud and clear. You had your moment, you had your time. Now I'm not yours, I'm not your rhyme. I don't need your prayers, I need my peace. I don't need your guilt to find release. You should have loved me when I was there, instead of filling me with despair. Now you're on your knees, but I'm not a god. At your excuses, your empty pleas. You pray for me to come back, but I'm not the breeze that moves at your command. Your call not coming back, I'm come back, pray all you want. I'm not listening, and home is not with you, not anymore, not ever. Pray for me to come back, but I'm already gone. The bridge is burned, the race is run. You should have held me when you had the chance, instead of treating love like a passing glance. You pray for me to come back, but I won't hear. The silence between us is loud and clear. You had your moment, you had your time. Now I'm not yours, I'm not your right. You pray for me to come back, but I'm not a private person, and I've already answered. The answer is no goodbye. You never bowed your head for me. You never asked the sky to see the way you broke me piece by piece. You left me begging for release. You left me begging for release. But now that I have walked away, you found a different God to play. A penitent on bended knee. A penitent on bended knee. You started praying when you lost control. You started looking for a higher soul to save you from the mess you made, to lift you from the bed you laid. But you never prayed when I was there, drowning slowly in your despair. You started praying when it was too late. The door is closed, I've sealed my fate. I used to wish you'd find some faith, that you would kneel and change your ways. But faith without a change of heart is just performance, just a part. You play for an audience of one. The God you think you've never done, the God you think you've nettered dear. But I was your altar, dear, and you left me crying every year. You started praying when you lost control. You started looking for a higher soul to save you from the mess you made, to lift you from the bed you laid. But you never prayed when I was there, drowning slowly in your despair. You started praying when it was too late. The door is closed, I've sealed my fate. You think your kneeling changes things, that your whisper confessions bring, that your whisper confessions bring a balm to the wounds you never saw. You're praying to escape the law of consequence of what you've done. You're praying for a different sun to rise and erase the mess you made. But I'm not the God who will come to your aid. But prayer without action is just noise, and I've laid all you want. I'll be here silent, not listening, not anymore. You started praying when you lost control. You started looking the mess you made, to lift you from the bed you laid. You never prayed when I was there, drowning slowly in your despair. You started praying when it was too late. The door is closed, I've sealed my fate. You're the person I used to pray for. I used to kneel beside my bed at night and beg the stars to make you hold me tight. I'd whisper your name into the dark, hoping you would find my fragile heart. I thought if I could just believe enough, you'd finally see me through the fog and dust. But prayers don't work when the one you're praying for was never meant to walk through your door. You're the person I used to pray for, not the one I need. You're the chapter I had to read, but not the final seed. I thought you were the answer, but you were just a test to teach my heart to find its own rest. You're the person I used to pray for back when I was small, but I've grown up, I've learned to stand, I've learned to take the fall, and now I pray for something else, a different kind of grace. You're the person I used to pray for, but I found my own place. I used to trace your name on window glass, believing you would come to me at last. I'd light a candle, hold a wish so tight, The future's changing, wishes sometimes lie. And I've learned to see with different eyes. The person I was for back then is not the person I need now and then. You're the person I used to pray for, not the one I need. You're the chapter I had to read, but not the final seed. I thought you were the answer, but you were just a test to teach my heart to find its own rest. You're the person I used to pray for back when I was small, but I've grown up, I've learned to stand, I've learned to take the fall, and now I pray for something else, a different kind of grace. You're the person I used to pray for, but I found my own place. I don't pray for you to come back anymore. I pray for the woman I was before. I knew your name, I knew your face. I pray for her to find her grace, and she has. She's standing here without a wish, without a fear. You're the person I used to pray for, but I let you go. And now I pray for God instead of planning row by row. You're the person I used to pray for, but my prayers have changed. They come home, they landed on my own chest, and that's where they'll stay. You're the person I used to pray for, not the one I need. You're the chapter I had to read, but not the final seed. I thought you were the answer, but you were just a test to teach my heart to find its own rest. You're the person I used to pray for back when I was small, but I've grown up, I've learned to stand, I've learned to take the fall, and now I pray for something else, a different kind of grace. You're the person I used to pray for, but I found my own place. You're the person I used to pray for, but I don't pray anymore. I just live. Thank you for being the prayer that believed in myself. Goodbye. Hello. Life.